Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, in the next few minutes, we're going to break down why the last 24 hours in tech just kicked off a brand new industrial revolution in AI. We're talking about a massive shift from AI that just talks to AI that actually acts. So let's just dive right in. It all starts with this number, $380 billion. That's the staggering new valuation for Anthropic. And look, this isn't just another big number in a press release. This is a signal so huge, it's fundamentally reshaping the entire AI landscape. I mean, just look at the scale of this deal. This is not just another funding round for a chatbot company. We are talking about a valuation that's bigger than most Fortune 500 companies. This officially kicks off a real two-horse race with OpenAI for dominance, and it's a massive signal that Wall Street is getting ready for a monster IPO. So the big question is, where is all this money actually going? Well, it's not just for generating more text. We are seeing a huge market shift, a pivot to the physical world. Investors are now funding the picks and shovels for this new AI gold rush. For example, check out Talos, a chip company that just pulled in $169 million. What they're building is incredible. Model-specific inference chips that are 73 times faster and use a tenth of the power of NVIDIA's top-of-the-line GPU. For any developer out there, this is a total game changer. It means the entire cost of deploying AI is about to be completely rewritten. And this quote just nails it. You know, for the last couple of years, all the focus has been on the AI model itself. But now, the conversation is shifting to the nuts and bolts of actually running that model in the real world. And that's where the new challenges and the biggest opportunities are popping up. And you see this trend happening everywhere. Take Zynar. They just emerged from 9 years in stealth mode with over $100 million in funding. Their secret sauce? 90 patents for tech that lets robots navigate without GPS. Then you've got Apptronic, raising nearly $1 billion to scale its humanoid robot Apollo with backing from heavy hitters like NASA and Google. It's so clear. The physical world is the new frontier for AI. So all of this physical AI, the robots, the automated factories, they all need a new kind of brain to operate. And this brings us to the core idea behind this whole shift, the rise of agentic AI. So what exactly is agentic AI? Well, in short, it's AI that does things, not just AI that creates things. See, generative AI makes content, right? Agentic AI takes action. This is the moment AI goes from being a fun, conversational novelty to being a core piece of infrastructure that can actually run parts of your business. And if you want to see a perfect example of this in action, look no further than OpenAI and their new harness engineering methodology. This isn't just some new tool. It's a fundamentally new way of thinking about software development, where AI agents do most of the heavy lifting. Just take a look at this workflow. The role of the developer is changing, big time. Instead of writing code line by line, they're designing prompts and setting the rules of the road. And from there, AI agents just take over the whole process, writing the code, creating tests, even managing the deployment. We're talking about automating the entire software development lifecycle. Okay, let's switch gears and check out our trend radar to see how this massive shift is playing out in the broader market. We've spotted 3 key signals that every single builder needs to know about right now. First up, there's a huge stock market rotation happening. Investors are moving their money out of the digital apps from last year's AI hype cycle and into the physical infrastructure that's going to power this new agentic age. We're talking robotics, custom chips, and the energy sector. Second, the age of easy money for wrapper startups is coming to an end. A Google exec recently gave a pretty stark warning that if your startup is just a thin layer built on top of a big language model, you're in a really tough spot. Without a deep, defensible tech advantage, a real moat, it's going to be hard to survive. And finally, there's a really interesting and kind of concerning side effect to all this automation: a 17% drop in skill mastery. Yeah, a new study from Anthropic actually uncovered this cognitive decay. They found that developers who rely too heavily on AI to write code for them actually scored 17% lower on tests measuring their comprehension. It's a critical warning that leaning too much on these powerful new tools could erode a developer's deep, fundamental understanding of how things work. So, after all that, what's the bottom line? What's the big takeaway for you, the person actually building things? The AI landscape has totally changed. The most important question is no longer, what can AI create? The new question is, what can AI do? And maybe even more important, what's the infrastructure we need to build to let AI act reliably and at a massive scale? So the crucial takeaway is this: the AI gold rush is over. We're now in the age of building the railroads for this new agentic world. For developers and builders, the biggest opportunities are now in creating that fundamental infrastructure. The real question is, what part are you going to build?